Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Nets versus Warriors NBA matchup on Monday, February 5th, 2024. Of course, if you like all our free picks at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK, you'll get 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls. If that's you, go ahead and text the number that you see on the screen. Those are not available on the website. You got to text that number. And like I said, if you make big bets, have big bankroll, these are for you. But let's get to this one. We've got the Nets taking on the Warriors. The Warriors, well, clearly not the same Warriors we've seen in the past. Just 21-24 coming into this game. Coming off a loss against the Atlanta Hawks, a game where Steph went off, and still that wasn't good enough. Meanwhile, we look at the Brooklyn Nets, 20-28 on the season. This team started the season fairly strong, and then they really tailed off. It's been that lack of depth and, just one injury to one of their starters, and all of a sudden, you're into guys that probably wouldn't make the roster of some of these other teams. And I think with the Warriors, I've said it once, I'll say it a million times, and I'm going to continue to say it until they start to turn this team around. When you waste the number 2 overall pick on James Wiseman, you get what you get. I don't care if you got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond, and everybody else. When you had an opportunity to build the future of this franchise with LaMelo Ball, among others, still on the board, and you take James Wiseman, who basically had done nothing except getting thrown out of college, well, that's where you end up. Well, at least they got a second-round pick for him. There's so many great second-rounders out there in the NBA. Maybe they'll get a Jalen Brunson. Really, he's the best of the bunch over the last 5 years as far as those picks go. But the thing is when we look at this Warriors team, like I said, just a shell of what we've seen in the past. And we look at the Nets, well, a team really lacking depth. So which one is going to be, kind of rule the day in this one? The Warriors beat the Nets the last time we saw it, but that one was at Golden State. The Nets had won the prior 2 meetings back last year. When we look at the Warriors coming into this one, they did have back-to-back wins against a battered Sixers team, and beating that game was at Golden State, and then beating Memphis, who's one of the worst teams out there. But outside of that, it has been a whole lot of trouble, including last time out, giving up 141 points against the Atlanta Hawks. Meanwhile, for the Nets, winning 3 of their last 4 games hasn't been against the best teams, because the Sixers, you have to remember, they didn't have Embiid, but they also had a 9-game home winning streak against the Nets that the Nets don't have to hear about anymore. And they have wins over the Jazz and the Rockets. We look at the Warriors' offense. Of course, they shoot the 3 prolifically, but the Nets are really the better defensive team when, in overall defense. And the Nets, well, their offense isn't great, but I think it's going to be good enough in this one. I like the way they hit the boards. They're definitely going to see some effort. And for the Warriors, they just don't have it this year. I'm going to take the Brooklyn Nets at home, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.